theme here is very consistent. Make America safe again. Make America safe again. Make America safe again. Someone who does that every day that he's working in the Ways and Means Committee is Lloyd Doggett.
All right, John. You know, we are sitting in the House tonight with John Lewis and our colleagues because too many of our Republican colleagues have been sitting on their hands for so long when it comes to gun safety. Short moments of silence here, followed by very long periods of inaction, of doing nothing. And as I've been on the floor with so many of you for the last several hours, we've begun to hear from our constituents around the country. And I just want to share with you one message from Miss Trinity Rayburn in San Antonio, Texas, who wrote me a few hours ago. I write to you with the heaviest of hearts. Born in Texas, being around guns is nothing new to me. I grew up around them. I like going to the shooting range myself. I understand that guns are bred into Texans' life as deeply as saying, y'all. My husband and I, though, are expecting our first child in about 7 weeks. I'm terrified that I will have to explain to my son what a mass shooting is one day. I'm terrified to think about the fact that my son may be the victim of another Sandy Hook type shooting, and she calls for reasonable gun safety legislation. I want to talk to you just a moment about fear, because there's very legitimate fear of a young mother or mother-to-be who might be dropping off their child at school or a child care center. There's fear of a father who drops off his children to see the latest movie at a theater, as happened in Colorado. There's fear of family members who might just want to be out for a good night's outing, as happened in Orlando. There is legitimate fear that we do need to make America safe again, because it's not safe if terrorists and potential terrorists can get their hands on a gun wherever they come from. That's legitimate fear. But I want to talk to you also about illegitimate fear, and I'll tell you where that resides, in that chair right up there, that empty chair. It is the fear in that empty chair in this House leadership that we might actually do something. The whole notion that we might come together. Now, we know they have the majority. We know they control the agenda. What is it that they are afraid of? Is it accountability for what they do and don't do? Why not permit this House? We can't control the outcome, but to have a reasonable and fair, open debate, open to all amendments about this issue of gun violence and the way it is affecting families of all political persuasions in all parts of this country. There is a fear of doing that that is totally irrational and illegitimate unless it is just to block any accountability with reference to our elected officials. We need that kind of open debate. I just heard the Speaker say that he wanted to be sure there were due process rights for people with their constitutional Second Amendment. Well, if that's all he's concerned about, bring your bill out here and let us discuss what is reasonable due process after a potential terrorist has been denied a weapon that could do great harm, not before. But let's have a discussion about it. We don't have a monopoly on truth. There's no political party or individual in this body that has a monopoly on truth. But coming together, if you're not fearful, in an illegitimate way, fearful of a reasoned discussion, we can find a way, as they always say, to let the legislative process work. That's what we're calling for.
Let us vote.
I think we probably need to stay until we get a vote and not recess. And finally, finally, I just want to add a word of thanks to groups like Moms Demand Action, who have been demanding action. They've been demanding it in San Antonio, in San Marcos, in Austin. I know all across this country demanding action, and they're out here tonight outside the Capitol demanding action. Because as important as it is that we're sitting here while they sit on their hands and we talk to one another and talk to the American people, nothing is more important than what groups like Moms Demand Action are achieving all around this country. If they're out there tomorrow, if they're calling their official, if they are speaking out on radio at every opportunity over social media, we will achieve change. We will stay here. We will demand accountability, and we will get the safer America that our families deserve.
Amen.
Go,